Good morning. I hope you're having a great Monday morning. Uh, when I was growing up, there was always a little small Christian radio station in our town, and I was fortunate enough to work at it when I was right out of college for a short time. But the one thing I can tell you, it was my first dose of people just having ugly things to say. I can remember that people would call that station and they would say things that you just wouldn't believe they would say. But what amazed me even more is they would start out by saying, yeah, I just want to say first that I'm a Christian. And it always baffled me that they had to tell me they were a Christian, but number two, that they would say the things they would say. And you probably had that happen to you somewhere along the way. In Matthew 12:36, it says, I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. You know, I don't know how you feel, but some people feel like that, God has called them to be a cage fighter in their church or the community and slam people around and beat them over the head with the Bible. I just don't think that shows that what Christ is all about. I don't think that God wants us to do that. When Jesus walked this earth, yeah, he got mad in the temple and he turned over some tables. But you look at every other thing that he was doing, he handled it, and he handled it in a manner that was pleasing to God, and that's how we're supposed to do. So ask yourself, is how you act a true reflection of Christ? Proverbs 18:19 says, a brother who has been insulted is harder to win back than a walled city. So remember, you could be held accountable, and I'm sure I'll be held accountable for something I've done or something I've said, and that has walled off a brother from God, and that bothers me. That I'll probably have to do that, but I would say we need to work hard not to do that each and every day. Um, you know, Pastors are attacked a lot of times. Man, people say some of the ugliest thing to them during the week, and I don't know why that comes about, if that person's hurting or whatever. But I encourage you to go to your pastor and build your pastor up. Your pastors are human beings. Uh, they're men or women that have been called by God, and they can be hurt just like you can. And so I think you need to remember that. I've heard people say all the time that, I'm just honest and I'm just straightforward. I just tell people like it is. Well, I think a lot of times they're trying to justify how they can be mean. There's a time and place for honesty, and the way you do it is something that you need to really think about. You need to control. My dad made a statement years ago, and I've hung on to it. It said, it doesn't take any talent to tear something down. It takes talent to build it up. Proverbs 15:28 says, the heart of the godly thinks carefully before speaking. The mouths of the wicked overflow with evil words. Where are you today? Are you part of the demolition crew of life? Do you spend most of your time tearing down people with what you say, and you spend most of your time, just looking for ways to get after them? Or do you spend most of your time trying to build people up? 1 Thessalonians 5 verses 11 says, encourage one another and build each other up. I want to challenge you this week to control your tongue and how you use it. It may be one of the smallest parts of our body, but it is the one that can do the most harm. So I challenge myself and I challenge you to watch what we say and how we say it, and we try to build people up and not tear them down. Hope you have a great week.